look at this. Dow jumps 300 points as Trump holds off on new tariffs. What? I thought he was just doing a press conference right here. Trump signs sweeping reciprocal tariff plan. That's what I was going to go over right now. Well, let's read this here. What's happening? Let's go through this in real time. Okay, stocks rose. We got that. Blah, blah, blah. Dow hit intraday high. Okay, we get that. After President Donald Trump signed a presidential memorandum to examine reciprocal tariffs, but fell short of implementing any levies. I see. He also suggested that additional tariffs, including on auto imports, are on the way. But that's what he said about this. Well, I got to give him credit. If he is using this as a negotiating tool, and I'm not just talking about tariffs, I'm talking about the fact you never know what he's going to do. He could sit there and say that tariffs are coming, then he implements them. And then he could say tariffs are coming, and the very last moment he said, oh yeah, actually, we decided we're not going to do the tariffs. We're going to go ahead and hold off. I don't know how people that really are just hardcore MAGA folks, that Donald Trump can just absolutely do no wrong. I don't know how they really follow this. And it's not a knock on them. I'm just curious. I don't know how, like in their head, they're like, okay, we have to have tariffs. We have to have tariffs. And these tariffs are going to make us rich because it's going to bring all these high-paying jobs back. And I believe you, Donald Trump, you're going to make America great again with tariffs because it's going to bring back all these high-paying jobs. And then he does some tariffs, and then he pauses the tariffs. And then here he says, well, maybe we're going to go ahead and research maybe the trade-offs with these tariffs. And then the MAGA people, at least some of them, are like, yeah, good job, Trump. You're using that as a negotiating tool. And it's weird that you would think that they would be mad at Trump because why are we waiting to make us rich? Like, if the tariffs are going to bring back all these manufacturing jobs, why are we waiting to do this? Like, shouldn't we be doing this right away? And again, if all these trade policies that we have with other countries are so unfair, we're getting a raw deal, right? I mean, these are reciprocal. So if XYZ country is putting a 25% tariff on us, why the hell aren't we putting a 25% tariff on them? And now I'm not saying that we should. I'm just saying, looking at it through the lens as tariffs are just the panacea, the silver bullet. I don't know how you reconcile all this stuff. And again, it's not a knock on anybody. I'm just curious. I'm very curious. So let's try to get some details here. I'm just spitballing. The Dow hit intraday high. Okay, we got that. Signed a presidential memorandum. Okay, let's click on this. So key talking points. Trump held Oval Office news conference. That's where I thought he's going to announce everything. And that's what we were hearing in the news all this morning. Trump had teased the event in all caps on Truth Social. Yeah, and I think I read the Truth Social thing, and it was like, tariffs are coming. We're going to get you. We're getting them. And then an hour later, it's like, nah, not really. The fresh tariffs do not go into effect until some months later. Okay, I don't know why. Why are we waiting to get rich? Don't we want to get rich right now? President Donald Trump on Thursday signed a presidential memorandum. Okay, got it. They charge us a tax or a tariff, so we charge them. Okay, but maybe he's playing 3D chess here, and I'm not seeing it. But if this is what we need to do, I mean, let's do it, right? Why are we waiting months to do this? I mean, you could say, well, maybe he's giving, I don't know, the U.S. manufacturers time to ramp up production. Maybe he understands that this could disrupt global supply chains, and he doesn't want to do that. So he's just using this as a negotiating tactic and then kind of easing his way into it when the supply chains can adjust accordingly to where it doesn't impact the amount of goods or services that we have in the United States. Maybe that's it. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt there. We want a level playing field, Trump said. He also suggested that additional tariffs, including on auto imports, are on the way. See, again, I don't know. It's just hard for me to put a lot of weight into anything that he says because it is true. Some of the things that he says, he absolutely takes actions. And he's taken more action in his first 4 weeks than probably the past 5 presidents put together, excluding him. And so hats off there for working hard and basically, making it happen. But again, you just never know, if he says 10 things, 5 of them, bam, done. The other 5, it's like, it's very similar to Elon Musk in that, he'll sit there and tell you whatever. Oh, yeah, we're going to dig a tunnel from San Francisco all the way to New York City. You're like, what? Or like, oh, yeah, we're going to have, remember all the autonomous taxis that we're going to have? I mean, he was talking about that like 5 years ago. Oh, what's your time horizon for that, Elon? Oh, probably 6 months. In 6 months, every car in California is going to have autonomous driving. What? What are you talking about? And then he's going to, do all this crazy stuff. By the way, where's the Roadster? I don't know. I don't know where the Roadster is. Where are all the semi trucks? I don't know. But then on the other hand, he's putting people on the moon and he's doing all these incredible things. So it's like he'll say 10 things, he'll only do 5 of them. The other 5 are complete BS. But even with the 5 things that he says he's going to do that he does is 10 times more than other people accomplish. So it's not not really a knock. It's just a statement of I don't know how to process that. But, anything that Trump says, I don't know how to, I guess, consider that in my analysis because I don't know the probabilities of it actually coming to fruition. I think that's probably the best way to say it. So what he has done so far, just to be very clear, the new tariffs will follow, and when are they going to come? Who knows? But the new tariffs, assuming they do come, are going to be slapped on top of the tariffs that we do have that he's implemented. China, well, he hasn't really done it on Canada and Mexico because he paused that one as well. So I think the only thing that he's done, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, is just 10% on China. And then he also had some steel and aluminum tariffs that may have impacted Canada and Mexico. Maybe that's why they're referring to those 2 countries when with all the other stuff, he paused it with those 2 countries specifically. But he also advocated for Congress to pass what he called the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act, which would empower him to slap tariffs on the goods of any country that has higher tariffs on U.S. made goods. I don't know why. It doesn't seem like he's been needing Congress to do that so far. Since taking office, Trump has signaled his plan to impose tariffs on the European Union. He has highlighted U.S. trade deficits with European partners and complained the EU do not purchase enough American cars or farm equipment. Okay. I mean, it just goes back to, I don't know. I don't know what to take seriously and what to not take seriously. And maybe that's what Trump's trying to do. Honestly, maybe that's his tactic right here. So now let's go over to, actually, I'm curious to see what Zero Hedge is saying about these tariffs. So let's see, because a lot of times Zero Hedge gives some more insights above and beyond just what we see on CNBC. And I still have a lot of questions. Like I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here. As reported last night, Trump has officially signed an action on reciprocal tariffs targeting all countries around the globe that have higher tariffs. Okay, yeah, but they're not, I don't think they're put into place. It appears that Trump has picked reciprocal in place of, okay, got it. That's just a start. However, what is more important is that, as we cautioned earlier, the U.S. appears set to retaliate against Europe's VAT. Okay, but yes, just because you signed something and said, yeah, I'm signing this, so you better watch out. Now, I'm not implementing it, but I'm signing it. I don't know. Again, I don't know how to game that. I don't know how. What does that even mean? Does that mean that you've taken a step forward or that we're still at the same place? I don't know. He announces reciprocal tariffs. Okay, we're talking about VAT. Okay, I get that. Let's just focus on, okay, more VAT. And then Trump is told reporters that he would enact import taxes on cars, semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, in addition to reciprocal tariffs. Okay, but again, he's talking about all of this stuff, but what is he actually doing here other than just signing documents? Yeah, so Zero Hedge, yeah, I don't know why they did that, but maybe CNBC is wrong. Maybe he did sign them and they are in place right now. Right here. Well, I'm just rereading this to make sure I'm getting it right. The fresh tariffs not go in. Nice typo, CNBC. Come on. The fresh tariffs do not go into effect until some months later. Yeah, so I'm going to have to see how this plays out tomorrow because, I don't know why Zero Hedge isn't including that, although it's kind of counter to their narrative. But I think this is really important. And again, you have to wait till tomorrow's live stream to really see how the dust settles here. But I'm very curious. I get he signed something. There's no disputing that. But what did he actually sign? Did he sign tariffs that are in place now? Or is this just sometime, we don't even know what month, just sometime in the future, which to me doesn't really move. It doesn't mean anything. All right, a lot of stuff going on. I mean, this is staying true to what I thought at the beginning of the year, that 2025, we would see just massive volatility, crazy things happening. I said, there's never going to, I don't know what's going to happen. There's more unknowns than I have ever seen, with the exception of the cerveza sickness. But I can assure you of one thing: never going to be a dull moment. And 2025 has played out that way. That is one prediction that I definitely got right. Hey guys, I'd like to personally invite each and every one of you to attend this year's Rebel Capitalist Live. This is the incredible conference I put on annually that helps you build a bulletproof portfolio. It helps you increase your personal freedom and liberty, and also it helps you increase the size of your network. In other words, you get to meet a lot of like-minded individuals, fellow Rebel Capitalists. It's in Orlando, May 23rd through the 25th. Past speakers have included people like Robert Kiyosaki, Ron Paul, Peter Schiff, Mike Maloney, Lynn Alden, just to name a few. So to get your tickets ASAP and to find out who is speaking at this year's Rebel Capitalist Live, you can check it out at rebelcapitalistlive.com. And just a little quick insider information: if you get your tickets sooner than later, you can get a discount, because as we get closer and closer to the event, the tickets go up in price. So don't wait. Go to rebelcapitalistlive.com right now and get your tickets, and I will see you in Orlando, May 23rd through the 25th.